Let's initiate today's lecture. Give me a second. Yeah, well. So today, very good evening, all of you. One by one, actually, like Siva, Surya, Abu Sufyan, Suresh Kumar has sent in a messages over here. I really told you like a very good evening. So today we are going to discussing a great topic like ARGS and KWARGS. It's arguments and keyword arguments. So have you heard about these two things in Python? Anyone? Anyone heard about these two topics? Put me a message if you heard about the args and KWARGs. So from this section, who are joined here, who are attended for functions lecture, or who are gone through our video lecture on functions, or who knows already functions? Anyone? Like we are passing parameters to the function by calling a multiplication function we have seen. And these methods, anyone knows? Anyone? Anyone knows about the functions? Please let me know who knows like functions with parameters passing. Who knows that? Yeah, let's see here. So very interestingly, today we are learning about like no one knows the function, how to call parameters by using the function. No one knows who are joined, like all about 7 members are joined in this session. How to create a function like what is the parameter and how we are passing parameters. No one knows. Okay. So arguments, ARGS. What are the args. So the argument when we are passing a parameter like a data value to a function will be called arguments. So in our function like DEF, by making the definition of like DEF keyword and writing like name of the function, we can write here GS and one more is AWRGS. So see, by defining DEF keyword and writing the name of the function will be called as function. Like for an example, we have seen like a GREET underscore user, greet user. This is the name of the function. If I've written anything here, hello, am called. When we are calling this function, we need to define like a function name, GREET, greet user. If we've written this statement, we can able to run this function, call the function, and we can able to avail this print statement. If you are not written this statement means like we are not initiating to calling the function means like we won't able to call the function. So what are the advantages of using the function means? Always, whenever we need to call the function and whenever we need to run the function code, nothing but function or code, we can call and we can reuse the code. If we are not define anything and we are not calling the code means in the function means it won't run. Even it won't execute even. So compile, on compilation time, it will compile it. Compilation is different, execution or running of the code is different. Okay. So here we learn it like something like first name and last name. These things we have learned by passing the parameters, told you. The same time here, if we want to print this first name and last name, we can use this way and we need to pass the data parameters like first name it is and the last name we have to map it. So according to the order, we need to pass the data values to the function. So these values like which data is going to be calling using within a function and calling will be called as arguments. And this data is going to be assigning to this way. Like here it would be called as parameters. This data is going to be assigning here and these are going to be mapping here from here to here. So now we will get print hello I am called first name last name like Shaker M. It will be printed in our output. Let's us check this output first. Run the program. Yeah. Hello I am called Shaker M. So how we are calling very simply. So this would be called like specifically we are assigning parameters, number of parameters, and here we are assigning the number of parameters that would be greatly we know. In Python, what are the advantages? If you don't know how many parameters you are like sending, you are assigning there and you are sending. Such a situation, what you do? In Python, we are having a great facility to have these concepts. Args and KW args. ARGS would be called as non-keyword arguments. Non-keyword arguments. It's nothing but it's a keyword arguments. Keyword arguments. So here, while applying these concepts, how many parameters you are calling to a function, it's up to your wish. n number of parameters, maybe 2, 3, 5 or n number of parameters you may send. You need not to specify in parameters. You need not to specify in parameters. For the parameters, how you need to define here is very simple. So defining the parameters are very simple. Let's run for a numbers like addition function. We'll see first. ADDITI, add, simply we can write the method add. Okay, add we can put. So what I'm trying to doing here, what happens in my addition? What happens in my addition? Taking equal to 0 and sum equal to sum plus 1. How we will prepare? The same thing. Sum plus n. Okay, sum plus n. Where we are getting this n? Where we are getting? For NUM. So here we need to write sum equal. This function I'm using is a keyword argument. Keyword, like sorry, non-keyword argument. Non-keyword means there is no keyword. We are always using to calling a number. So we are always using to calling a number. So what happening here? Star, like whenever we are putting a star means it's calling as a non-keyword arguments. It's a args, it's a any name you may use for name of the variable, anything you can use. The parameter name, what you are using here, that you need to map here. That's it. You may use a, b or number or variable, whatever it you can use, which are not reserved. Which are not reserved. So what happening here? Irrespective of calling variables, it's up to your wish. So let's see. I'm trying to adding like two numbers first. Two numbers only. So my function name is add. My function name is add, specifying 2, 6. 2, 6. Let's see what happens. Here I'm not specifying any like two numbers, like first number, second number, that way. I'm not specifying here. So here I'm passing two arguments at present. Let's run the program. Yeah. Something it is throwing an error. Addition for I, any number, sum equal to, okay, sorry. I need to print a statement called local variable sum reference before assignment. So let's see. Is followed by F. Within the, we have to follow like such a indentation. So this block I am preparing within a function. Okay. So if I am calling add with two parameters, let's see two. Let me check first run. Okay. We are getting total means its program is correct. So what happening here? I'm sending two, but I don't know how many parameters to be mapped. So let me check like by calling. I'm trying to reusing the same code by calling another add function, which is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me call like 4 first. Let me call for 4 first. Yes. I'm getting total with the 4 parameters also. Let me reuse this again, like 5 twos. Any number you may put. For the easiest to understand the calculation, I'm sending very lower number. So in this time, I'm calling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parameters using star key non-keyword argument to pass in. This loop statement, what happening is a mapping here, and how many parameters are there based on that number of elements, arguments. It's a reading for each number. It's nothing but for each number in which is coming, and it's going to be appending, like adding to the sum variable. So this once the loop is terminated means if it is reached end, it will terminate automatically. How that conditions we have seen as a basic. So the same principle will apply and follow. Once it is done, we'll get in total into sum. We are getting in an output. So irrespective of, maybe you all are very clearly understood about the non-keyword argument of args. It's a special feature for Python also. So using any data science concepts and you don't know about the parameters, how many you are going to calling this function. So very easily, very easily, you will get the proper answer very quickly. So try to apply these keyword arguments. And the second one, we are going to discussing, the topic is non-keyword arguments. Sorry, it's a completed for keyword non-keyword arguments only. Now we'll see like a keyword arguments. Keyword arguments would be how it would be, and how we can read very easily the keyword arguments as well. Keyword argument is nothing but, keyword arguments are, it's nothing but, which will follow like a dictionary data. Like a similarly dictionary data means like a key value pairs. How the key value pairs data is there, which would be used to read keyword arguments. It's nothing but keyword arguments, first name, last name. If you are assigning like a data in a dictionary mode, we can easily read by like we can easily pass the function, which is a keyword argument function, and we can avail the functionality. All right. So let's see a simple example for keyword arguments as well. Okay. So I'm putting like a multi-line comment for this. How we can put the multi-line comments? Three code. Can use the three code to put in multi-line comment also. Okay. If I run this, nothing you will get. Process finished and 0. All are in comment mode. Okay. Now we will discuss about KW args, keyword arguments. Let me check a simple example for you. Also, we can call it as arbitrary arguments also. Strongly remember, these are also called like arbitrary arguments. Again, same thing will follow. Again, same thing only, like defining the function, and earlier like these key non-keyword arguments we have used one star. For KW arguments will follow 2 stars. Majorly, this is the difference only. When you are putting a single star, it will be treated as non-keyword arguments. If you are using double star, it's a keyword argument. Very simple shortcuts like identifications. So defining like introduction of a person, you may take loop statement, all are required here. All are required. So let me put like star star any variable, maybe put data or any like var or name or information, whatever it the name you can add here. Just I'm passing a single person who is having like a name, phone number or email, such a name value parameters are there. No such data I'm trying to calling to this intro function. So let's see how it is possible. If you are not having like you are having in a function, if you are not having any data here, you want to call the function and without specifying any method, internal method or statements, also you use the keyword pass. Also you use the keyword pass, using the pass keyword to like you may play the game like something, if anyone like gaming context, if it is happening like a singing context, if you don't know the answer, you may simply call that I'm passing to the next person. Similarly here also pass keyword is also will help in Python program. You are constructing the function names, but you don't have any data relevant to that function. Yes, you can use the pass keyword to avail the functionality of that function to be function. But it won't work anything, but it will be called somewhere else. If the function is calling, you can put the name and you can make it pass. Function like a function error, it will be resolved. Somewhere else already function is defined. So the error is resolved by calling this function, nothing will happen. It will simply pass. That's it. That way also program we can implement. So now if I am calling like I'll remove the pass just a second. If I'm calling this particular function, see how I am calling the data for keyword arguments. No, so the data for keyword arguments, first name that equal to Krish, comma, last name and Shah and cell number or mobile number, whatever it the keyword you may use here. Put simply a number, which is the data type you are passing. It depends upon which data type you are going to pass. Something, an example number I'm given. And age, you can put like some 35. Similarly, all the parameters you may call this. You may use to call all the parameters. But I told you like we are using at any time. Yet any time, strongly remember in Python. See, I'm specifying like intro function. Intro, I'm calling here intro. This intro function I have added not like these are also arguments only, like a keyword arguments. This will be called a keyword. This is the data. Keyword arguments, name, value, pairs. So here, earlier we have transmitted directly by these strings or numbers or mixing of the data only. But earlier lecture and we have seen like numbers only, non-keyword arguments. And here we are seeing key with value we are seeing here. So if you don't know what is the data type at any level, what you do, just see. If you don't know what is the data type in your program. all you need to do is write print statement. Data type for given data, you may call it as, or data type for given args. Okay, star args. That's it. What I am doing here, very simply, I'm verifying the type of data which are coming inside to this. So type method is there to identify what type of data it is, which is a Python built-in function. So inside I am passing this data. So first let me check what is the type we are getting. First let me check. You also check it. So see, str we are getting for string shortcut, int we are getting for integer shortcut. So here DICT, dictionary data type. DICT is nothing but dictionary data type we are getting. What the data which is having the dictionary? Key, like a keyword, name value or key value pairs are there in dictionary data types. All right. So with this dictionary data, how we can read? For easily, we can read by using for loop statement. For key, comma, value. Key, comma, value. Two things I'm getting from the function where it is calling from. I know I have assigned like that way. This is the key, this is the value. And similarly, this is the key and this is the value I am assigned here. So I am very conveniently for loop statement I am preparing here. So key value in like data dot items. This items. Data dot this items function we are using to the data, how many items are there. This item function is built-in function, which will be taken care to understand if any non-keyword is there. If it is there, non-keyword means you will get an error or it won't be assigned to your key value. Why? Because whatever is the data, it should be follow like key value. So now we'll see what are the keys and what are the values. We'll get in an output. Let's see how it is possible. I'll prepare a simple formatting string. Print F. We'll use for F. Otherwise, we'll try to, yeah, this format also we can use. Open and end braces, space, open and end braces, comma, dot, format, args, keyword args is there, no? Similarly, format, key, comma, value. Yeah, key value. So these two, like a key and value is going to be assigning here. First flower braces and the second flower braces, it will be accordingly. This is the one of the type of formatting string. So many formatting strings are there in Python. Concatenation, while dynamic data mapping, and when you put like a starting F letter, also you can adding these things to get the data value directly. These all are possible. So many ways are there to prepare your formatting string. So if I run this program, I'll get this immediately on the data which is calling. This data is going to be segregated with the items and key is going to be assigned here, value is going to be assigning here. So that would be like how many items are there. Based on the items, loop will iterate and it will be printed. Let's see. Let's run. What are the, how many parameters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Run it. So assembly we are getting here. First name is Krish. Last name is Shah. And a cell number, age. If you don't want is, what you do? Very simply, just remove this and put your loved symbol. You want to put your any custom symbol, either hyphen or slash, whatever it you require, put. I just given like a colon. So the colon symbol I'm getting here. See, is there any specific standardization parameters are there here? Any specific parameters are there? No, no specific. So you can add n number of parameters. First name, last name, cell, age, and I'm going to add one more parameter. Going to add one more parameter, email, equal to test at gmail.com. Put this email. That's it. So let me check here. Run the program. So you are getting a new parameter also. Very easily. Very easily you are getting. So this way, when you assigning your data to calling a particular function, like the arguments as using, it's up to you where you are using keyword arguments or non-keyword arguments. You have to define yourself and you can use it. By learning this, I'm damn surely telling you, by learning these keyword and non-keyword arguments and keyword arguments will help you very greatly in real-time program. Will help you on real-time program very greatly. Why? Because there is a lot of issues would be there while passing the parameters. While passing the parameters, you will get a lot of issues. So try to like clear and resolve these things, and you will get a great command on writing of the program. Yeah. Any queries for today's lecture? You try to practice more examples. You try to practice. I have shown you a simple, like a simple example means any type of data you may try to keep on call by applying the function for keyword arguments or non-keyword, like a non-keyword as well as keyword arguments. So great updates you will get. Any questions you want to ask here now? What type of projects? YouTube projects, is it helpful means what type of projects? Those are what type of? Shiva. What type of projects those are? Let me know. See any of the project, snake project, registration from project. Yeah. Like these are the very simple projects. Begin with the simple projects only first. Begin with the simple project. What you need to do is you need to understand the logic first. So you need to understand the logic. So whatever the project you are taking from anywhere, so many projects are there. Try to write code and try to understand the logic very clear. Assume that you have done a project successfully. The same component you need to implement at a single project very accurately. Maybe if you are not understood, if you are done a simple login system, if you done a login system like a form registration, like a username and password which are entering and submitting the data, which is inserting into the database. Very perfect. These particular item you have to implement at the main project, and you come back to here, implement the login system that you need to integrate into your main project, and reset password that you need to implement into your main project, and the login system, once the user is entered his username and password dynamically and redirecting to any other page, and creating a registration form with create, update, read, delete. These functionality be very, very important. This way, if you understood, any project you may explore, any project, you will solve very easily. So interact with the data and database connections are also very essential. To establishing like a application server is one server would be there in real time. By practicing all in your laptop only, no, so no problem. You won't understand the environment, how it would be in a real time. Application server would be in one server. Database server would be in another server. So you have to strictly follow the connection string, how you are going to be greatly you are establishing. And entire application and entire project, there would be a single connection, like single database connection only you need to use by writing a simple function. Otherwise, you will get more trouble. While keep on practicing the code, it's not necessary. Knowing how to approach a great and simple way is essential there. So maybe you may see like more applications you may see, whichever the application is having common database connection at single place, that application you try to follow. Means that application is having something, a great functionality. Yeah. Any more? Any more questions from anyone? Shall we put a simple charge for if anyone wants to take a certification? Who are like anyone is interested in certification, like a course completion certification? If yes, shall we place any charges for that? Like we will provide like a course completion, like completion of core Python. If you need, definitely we'll arrange if required. So shall we put any charges for that? If yes, how much? And also we are going to conducting like advanced Python and such a lectures. You may go through. And I'm sending you the link like a demo certificate. You may check all here. Like see, I have sent you the link. Who are participated, these guys you should concentrate. And sample certificate number also I'm sending. Let's see here. You need to enter here this certificate number. So where is the Zoom chat? Anyone message me? Yeah. So here you check with this number. By putting this number, by submitting, you will get the online verification details. See here, it's not a simple cardboard paper. The person details, it will come here when it is completed. And if you want to see like a view certificate online, you will get the certificate this way. So this certificate number will follows here at the bottom and the verified by the URL. So here, like anywhere, if you are going to applying, you clearly verified by this website. There is a no other ways, and even it's not require the print also. If you want, you can take a print and put in your certificate. We'll send you like if it is required, we'll issue the digital certificate. For that, shall we put any charges for it? If yes, we'll spread the word into our group also. Suggest me like everything is we are putting like so much efforts with the team making such a programs. Shall we put any charges for this? If yes, just let me know your words for your suggestions for this. The certificate anywhere it can be useful. Like you may be like your college placements or your job opportunities and where you are applying, trying to attending for an interviews. Most of the places this certification will be helpful for you, and they may check it and you may demand it. You are done or something somewhere else you buy means like the certificate number would be there on immediately they can cross check live verification. The data would be available 24/7. Like how the professional examinations will be happens, that way this mechanism we have introduced. Shall we put any charges for this? Just let me know your suggestions also. By taking your suggestions, we'll make it final decision with our concern with our team. Let me know your suggestions, how much we'll set for price for certification. Any any word which are in your mind, you just suggest me. Any word that would be helpful for our team as well as you also. Yeah, you make me like my personal number is also there. Just let me send your views if any. Once if I am receiving any feedback from you, then we will decide to initiate the course of completion certificate. Who are very interestedly like participated here, like Shiva, Surya, and Teja, and someone like Subu Sifian, Abu Sifian. So we'll consider those people. Okay. Any queries regarding this course, like today's lecture? So we'll catch you tomorrow's lecture. Thank you. If any suggestions, if you are hesitate to send here, you send me like my personal number as well. Let me know your views also. Thank you all of you. Have a great day.